What about doing? Obviously, was pleased with a lot of what we did in the first half, man. I thought defensively we're dialed in and played aggressive football, tackled well in space. Special teams were solid in the first half, and offensively we were able to get going. And obviously the pass game was going really well early. I thought our guys did a great job winning one-on-one coverage. Dylan was good in the pocket. Had a bunch of guys offensively in that second quarter, and then in the second half, about 5 guys that had been starting for us that got nicked up, and some 2 stepped in, did a lot of positive things. Second half, obviously, did not play the way we're capable offensively. I thought defensively, they played relentless all night long. Really proud of the way those guys played, and told them that in the locker room. And obviously, the turnovers were huge, and so a ton of positive things there on the defense side of the ball. Special teams can't give up the block punt again. Obviously, first half concerning is just the penalties. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Coach, you talked a little bit about it, but what was the major difference between the first half efficiency and then the second half inefficiency?
Little things early, you know what I mean? Just being dialed into your keys, who you're blocking, going through your progression in the right way, and so we've talked about it a bunch. You guys have heard me say it, but there's such a fine line between being on the right side of it and not, and some things that we need to do out there playing, and calling it maybe put them in a better position too there early to try to get the ball in space.
Evening, Coach. Noticed you had over 200 yards rushing on the ground there too, and a lot of that while you had some offensive line injuries as well. What does that say about your group to stay with it?
Yeah, there were some really good things at times. I didn't think we were consistent enough in the run game. You look at the carries. Otis had a bunch of work back there. Bentavious, guy that mostly played in mop-up duty because of the early injuries, gets an opportunity to play a bunch of football. Thought he played really well. DJ did some positive things when he got a chance to go in there too. We got to keep growing and developing in the run game, and probably be a little bit more consistent in it. But there were some things that we did really well tonight.
Josh, you were able to get Darryl a little opportunity in there at certain times. Was that kind of the way you wanted to do it?
Yeah, there was some sort of situational stuff that we had game planned to get him into, and then let him play a little bit in that series as well. And he throws the touchdown pass tonight. I think it was Gabe. Did a great job there in that one, and we're able to use him in the run game in the fourth quarter too there to kind of run the clock and milk the clock a little bit.
After East Carolina scored that touchdown, how big was that catch for Trey Nixon?
Just responding to a touchdown drive, right? We had stubbed our toe, I think, maybe 2 or 3 series before that. Kids come back, call competitors, and go about their business, and get a couple runs to get a couple first downs, and then Trey makes a great play right there. So our guys are confident in who and what they are, and the guys that they got around to go make plays.
With the open date and the loss on Friday, you had to wait so long to get back on the field. How do you think they handled that?
I thought early there was a lot of really good things. The concerning thing early was the penalties, right? And but other than that, I thought we were dialed into what we were doing and handled it pretty well. Defensively, they played well again in the third quarter, right? The special teams play, kills you. You can't do that. It's a momentum swing, changes the way the game's played. Offensively, not getting started quickly in the third quarter. Those are all things that we got to be better at as we go through the rest of this conference.
Are there things that you notice in the second half that are different, that are causing some of the problems?
Yeah, there's some execution things that you got to do, right? There's some things that we ran in the second half that we ran in the first half. Some of them get the same look, some of them a little bit different. We execute them, you get moving. You don't execute, and you're in trouble, So, with all the guys that were nicked up, 2 offensive linemen out, and some of the young guys that had to step in, they did a lot of really good things too. And I'm talking about some of the skill guys that get an opportunity to play too. We just got to be better early in the second half.
What did you think about Dylan Gabriel's performance out there rebounding?
First half, I thought it was fantastic. Thought he was dialed in, great decision maker, accurate with the ball, was comfortable in the pocket. Thought there were some things in the second half that that were there that he wasn't dialed into and maybe didn't have his body in position or, you know, misread it. And you know, so those are things that as a young player, understanding, you know, the difference between success and not playing at your best, how fine of a line it is. You got to be on edge. And then, you know, him just, you know, as a young quarterback, and DJ is too, right? When the picture that you think you're going to get is a little bit different, being able to reason it out and get to the right place with the ball, those are things that we got to be a little bit better at.
Coach, what's that really evaluation of Greg McCray?
Greg McCray, I don't have anything on the guys that got nicked up tonight and where they'll be for next week.
Last one here.
Josh, I mean, you talked about this. There was a lot of injuries in this game. Was there anything you could kind of contribute to that, or did it just was it one of those kind of games?
Some unique situations, you know. I think I'm not sure what happened to Cole. Sam gets leg whipped a little bit from a defender coming around from the backside. Greg's, I'm not sure what happened. My eyes were down the field, so you know, AK gets an ankle, I think. Just one of those nights in a physical game. You know, I mean, this is a physical game. So we got to get those guys healthy. Got a big one next Saturday. Like I said. All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.